we need to pray for Africa. Last time he said we need to pray because this southern part of Africa, it's gonna have a heat wave of drought. Karolo e ka tlase ya Africa e tlo utlwa ke leqhubu la Mojesu. At least bukana lives have been lost. I don't know why at least yet maphelo these are lost lives. These are innocent lives.
Well, like you say, Mkolisi, we just learned that it is in fact 7 people who have died due to heat stroke, my apology, here at the Kakamas Hospital. Another one is currently on ventilator and is being treated. Of course, temperatures soaring in this area. Just a couple of minutes ago we had 34 and it's gradually increasing to a high of around 41 degrees. But let's speak to one of the doctors here at Kakamas Hospital, Dr. George. Dr. George, tell us about the people who came in for heat stroke and what has happened in the meantime.
Good morning, Ulrich. Good morning, listeners. Since Tuesday, we have had an influx of patients who presented at the same hour, around 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. They would present either as dead on arrival patients, or they will present with low level of consciousness, low blood pressures, and they would have extremely high temperatures. So all of these patients, they have the same history and presentation. It is farm workers who work on the farm. Normally it's the field workers that we have seen. From the 7 patients that we had, we only managed to intubate 2 of them. One that's currently intubated and ventilated. The other one presented on Tuesday was ventilated but tragically demised the following day. So the temperatures have been very, very high. We've been in contact with some of the farmers to give them proper information on how to manage situations when farm workers collapse at work, or when they're complaining of dizziness. It would be ideal actually if they could change the working hours of the farm workers, because to be exposed at this type of temperatures during this time of the year, it's inhumane. And at the moment we are struggling. We're having a water crisis here in the Kaigarib area, and that just makes it worse. Some places don't have water, other places have water that you cannot even drink that water. So we're really struggling this side. It is a tragedy that's happening here. Today we're expecting again, after for a few cases to come in. We're trying to create awareness in the community about the heat wave that's causing heat stroke and heat exhaustion.
So, Doc, tell us, in terms of preventing heat stroke, and we know it's difficult because of the water problems in this area, what do you advise people to do?
So, preventative measures that you can take is, number one is for the workers or even people in the community not to wear warm clothes during this time. For the workers, they do use the overalls, which is actually more dangerous for them to get these heat strokes. You can also we also advise in cases where workers start complaining of dizziness that they put wet towels on them. You can put ice bags under the armpits in the groin area just to cool down the patients, to get their central temperature down. And the other thing is always to during this time between 11 and 5 o'clock to be in a shaded area, because it is excruciatingly hot. Try and keep your skin not to prevent your skin from getting dry. Use sunscreen for those of the people who are just in the community. But as for the workers, we really need to go and look at the situation down there in the farms to see how else we can assist them with what's happening.
And finally, Dr. George, the prognosis of the patient who's still on a ventilator.
Currently, the patient that is on the ventilator, she presented last night, at around 7, had a very low GCS. She's currently, in the morning when we reassessed her, she was better. The doctors really were on call last night. They tried to optimize the treatment they could. She's actually now for extubation. She's doing well. We cooled her down. We took what we have in our setting, linen. We covered her with wet linen, and then her pressures came. The pressures dropped. We gave her an adrenaline infusion. The BPs came up. She's really much better now. She's actually for extubation.
Thank you very much. That's Dr. Pasquin George, of course, one of the doctors here at the Kakamas Hospital, confirming to us that indeed 7 people have died due to heat stroke in this area. He's saying that one patient is still being extubated, but they will remove that hopefully during the day or in the next couple of hours. What we also have confirmed, Kolisi, is that the Department of Labour has also sent inspectors to the areas where these patients come from. So we can confirm that it's 4 farms within the Kakamas area where the 7 patients come from, or the 7 people affected by heat stroke. So they're saying that a preliminary investigation will be conducted today, and hopefully by Monday they'll be able to give us a final report in terms of the working conditions of the farm workers who succumbed to heat stroke.